Hello, everyone, and welcome to Aqua Road Radio, episode number 5. It is July 8th, 2007, and as always, I'm your host, Shrevin Cavella. But today, I'd like to introduce you guys to your new co-host, Wares. And so, yeah, I'm definitely not cut out to be an announcer, but, yeah, let's have a round of applause. Or cheering, as it may be.
Okay.
And, yeah, I'll step out of the way and let Wares have some spotlight glory and tell us about himself.
Hello, Maplers. My name is James. Real life, I'm a 30-year-old dad and a mechanical engineer. But in the shared reality we call MapleStory, my name is Wareslock. Most people call me Wares. That's cool. And well, as a matter of fact, that's the only thing I'll respond to. If you call me anything else, I'm just going to ignore you. I'm a level 87 Ice Lightning Mage. I'm also a junior master for the Windia chapter of the Hidden Street Guild. So I guess at this point I ought to state the things that Nefris had stated before, and that my opinions in no way represent was at Nexon Hidden Street, HS Windia, AA, PCA, CIA, NSA. However, in small part, I may represent the NWACP and the SAE. Don't ask me what any of that means. Figure it out for yourself.
All right, then. I'll have to look that up after this podcast. Maybe I'll put some links in the blog. But yeah, so what have you been up to, dude?
Just grinding like crazy, trying to level. Leveling against the deadline just now, and I don't know if you know what being a JM is like, but if you're in an active guild, JMs are getting whispered and messaged constantly. It'll drive you to distraction sometimes. I mean, I enjoy it. I like talking to people, but I was working against the deadline, trying to level before we started recording.
Yeah.
It just barely made it.
We seriously get that many requests for membership?
I got a few.
That's cool. Good to know we're popular as ever. But yeah, so I've actually haven't had time to play MapleStory much myself. We went up to Ohio for the past few days, visiting some relatives. But we did drive up to Niagara Falls from Ohio, so I actually visited Niagara back when I was like 1. My parents decided to take this like giant trip with like 6 different families, but of course I don't remember any of it. My sister wasn't born yet, so we decided to head up, and it was actually pretty cool. It was definitely worth going. I got soaked horribly so many times. But yeah, so that's pretty much what my weekend's been like.
So did any of it look familiar?
Not at all. I don't remember any of it. I think I was like asleep, either asleep the most time, or asleep most of the time. But apparently we bought my first stuffed animal there. Okay. And I don't know. Apparently I lost it on an airplane, so it kind of sucked. But whatever, sentimental value and all that.
I've got a story kind of like that.
Go for it.
Well, one of my first stuffed animals wasn't actually a stuffed animal. It was like this ceramic turtle. I loved the thing all to death. And over my parents' objections, I'd actually take the thing to bed with me and sleep with it. And one morning, of course, I woke up and looked over the side of the bed, and there was my turtle all in about 1 billion pieces.
Oh, that's horrible.
I'd cry, my eyes out. Then my mom showed me how I could take the pieces and use them like chalk on the sidewalk and draw pictures of the turtle that no longer existed. Well, okay.
Did that brighten your day?
Yeah, it helped a little bit.
Oh man, my mom's evil. Okay. So I'm a huge collector of stuffed animals, and well, not really collector, but I love them, and it kind of worries my mom a bit. But so I'm always out buying stuffed animals any chance I get. But my first stuffed animal that they bought me when I turned 2, I've had it since I was 2 up until I was about 12, or yeah, 12 or 14 or somewhere around there. But apparently when I was at school, Mom decided it was time to, wash the stuffed animal. It was a puppy, and it was missing an eye. It had a hole in the back of its neck, and like it missed its opposite eyebrow. It was just really old, but she was carrying it down the stairs, and she apparently accidentally dropped it into the plants that we kept inside for the winter. And instead of taking it and washing it like she planned to, she was like, "Oh, it's dirty. Let's throw it away." And so she threw it away. And I came back home, couldn't find it, asked her, and she was like, "Oh, I threw it away."
Oh, sad.
It was the worst. I cried for like a week. It was horrible. It was bad. But no, we're completely digressing off topic.
Of course we are, but we knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, well, it's half the fun. No, I also wanted to mention the 7 World Wonders change. Did you hear about that?
No, I didn't.
Apparently they had this. I say apparently a lot. It's weird because I never use the word apparently in real life. But they had this vote online, and there was an official site made for it and everything, and people apparently got to vote. Man, I got to work on this apparently thing. But people got to vote, and basically everything. They put up a whole bunch of like major what's the word? Attractions, I guess. Okay. Big things. I don't know, but or things worth voting for, and like the Eiffel Tower was there, and all the past 7 wonders, like the pyramids and everything, were there. But it was the whole voting thing, and basically everyone got to have a say in it. And the pyramids aren't on it anymore.
Jip.
I know. First of all, they have the Taj Mahal, which was like the 7th one, and I don't mean to be racist or anything, but I swear, just the fact that they gave everybody an option of voting, I'm sure that like every Indian on the planet went online and voted for the Taj Mahal. And I'm Indian, so I can say that. So it's not racist. But
it is an impressive building for sure.
What'd you say? Where's?
I lost you, man.
Oh, that sucks.
Okay, there you are.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, whatever. This episode's gonna be so messed up. We're gonna get a bunch of hate mail, and people are gonna be like, "Fix it, be back." But yeah, we'll just laugh at them and be like, "Well, we're not getting paid, so whatever." But yeah, so now they have this like Czech temple. The Great Wall is still there. They have a statue of Christ somewhere in Brazil, I think. Yeah, so I just wanted to mention it changed in case anyone was interested, though I seriously doubt anyone's listening to this to find out about the 7 World Wonders. But
I had no idea that they were changing it.
I didn't until like day before yesterday, and my relatives that I went to visit were like, "Hey, did you hear it changed?" And I was like, "No, but okay, whatever." It's just one of those things, I guess. But yeah, so do you want to go ahead and start up on the news?
Sure.
All right. Let's go ahead and start with the news and play through this stinger thingy.
Aqua Road Radio News.
So I found that segues aren't really my strong point. It's one of those things that you come to realize after you've been broadcasting on the internet. Yeah. Anyway, so to dive into news, for those who are interested, in Leafre, which is what I call the thing with the place with the 4th job, and there's been a huge debate and threads about how to pronounce it, but I call it Leafre.
Leafre.
So, Leafre? Okay, fine. Well, Leafre/Leafre. As most of you are interested in, I'm sure. There's a guy named Fiel from the Sleepywood forums who's posted a list of monsters that show up in Leafre/Leafre. It has a lot of information. Each monster is shown its picture. You have we're given its level, its hit points or health points, HP, the experience you gain from killing it, its attack and defense, both the physical and the magical, and also the weaknesses. So it's a very comprehensive set of information. And if you guys are interested, I'll post a link in the blog, like I always do, and you guys can go check it out.
Well, I'm definitely interested.
Well, I have yet to be, because I'm still in the joys of third job so far.
No doubt. I've heard rumors that we might be getting it sometime in the spring of next year.
Spring of next year?
Yes.
Seriously?
Possibility, yeah.
That late? That kind of sucks.
Well,
so everyone's saying we're going to get New Leaf City and Showa, is it, before then?
Right, I think we got to get those two first.
Well, okay. So I have time to catch up, so
right.
That's at least a good thing.
I would guess.
But by then, everyone's going to be level 200 waiting around, and they're going to be waiting for the 5th job. Oh man, it's going to be crazy. Do you think there will be a 5th job?
Well, it depends on how hard the 200 level cap is. I've heard that they'd have to rewrite a majority of the code in order to let people go above 200. So it depends on if they want to do that or not, I guess.
I see. That'd probably take away from a lot of gameplay. I mean, or not gameplay, but they'd probably lose a lot of people, because if there's no point after hitting level 200.
Can you imagine that patch? That update would probably take 2 days to download.
It'd be fun. We'd sit there and twiddling our fingers. You couldn't do anything on your computer either, because it frees up your computer using all its processes.
Oh yeah.
Gotta love it. But okay, moving on. We got HP washing. Have you ever heard of it?
Absolutely not. No clue what you're talking about.
Anyway, so HP washing is apparently you take the 5 AP that you get when you level, and you put it into your HP, and then you take 5 AP out of your MP using the AP resets that you can get in the cash shop.
NX.
And you put them into whatever you're supposed to put them to for your level, or whatever you want them to put them to, I guess. And supposedly it increases your HP by a significant amount in the later levels. And that's pretty much all I've heard about it. That and there's a limited usage or something. Some people are saying that if you're a level 120, you can only do it 12 times, so once every 10 levels.
Interesting.
But yeah, it's all very up in the air, very debatable.
I'd like to see
Nothing's kind of been said.
I'd like to see some of the mathematics of how that's supposed to work.
Well, I don't understand why you can only do it a set number of times. It doesn't seem shouldn't you be able to do it until you run out of MP?
Well, you'd think so. I don't know.
So whatever. Anyway, apparently it's worth the money.
It's a mystery.
And probably shall remain so, as always. I don't understand people who do this, though, because, it costs a lot. AP resets are expensive.
Oh, yeah. Then you can only do, one at a time, I think?
Yeah, something like that. But then, is it really worth it to get the extra, 20 HP or whatever?
Well,
supposedly they say it is. Don't really know. I can't verify it. If any of you guys who are listening have heard of it, can clarify or something, send us an email. I'm interested, and I know Wares is interested too.
Yes, I am.
We're probably not going to do it, but we're still interested.
Oh, yeah.
All right, moving on. We got an Emblem Generator. So, basically, Prometheus, who is both on the Sleepywood forums and on the Hidden Street forums, got banned from Sleepywood for putting this Emblem Generator up, and he said it had something to do with the source code. Sleepywood said that they banned him because the source code wasn't provided, and so it wasn't open source, so it was a private application. I don't know, some kind of higher level hierarchy stuff. But anyway, so basically, it's a little application that you can put on your computer straight onto XP, and basically only guild leaders can see the emblems for after they create a guild and you can buy a new emblem for, is it 5 million now? Is it still 5 million?
I think it still is.
Because didn't they reduce the price for making a guild from 5 million to 1.5 million or something?
There were some changes when they added the ability to the further expansions, but I'm not exactly sure what they are.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll look into that later. But yeah, so basically this little application has all the emblems available for anyone to see, so that they can flip through and offer their suggestions to the guild and have a say in what their emblem is, I guess.
Sounds a lot like MapleStory.
Yeah, but more, no, I wouldn't say more useful. MapleStory seems to have a lot of uses, though I haven't really explored them.
I wonder if SmokeyWizard was really worried about maybe stepping on Nexon's toes legal-wise for the copyrighted characters or copyrighted symbols.
Seriously? Okay. Well, we'll find out if Prometheus gets sued in the next couple of weeks, and we'll get back to you guys on it. But yeah, lastly, it's not really news, but there's a strategy wiki, apparently, and it's basically a MapleStory party quest guide that I never knew about, but Words here says he's been using before, yes?
Strategy wiki, I love it. Originally stumbled onto it looking up stuff on Wikipedia. There's some MapleStory stuff on Wikipedia too, and I think that's how I linked to Strategy Wiki through that. There's some useful information there.
It's a beautifully crafted guide. It has pictures and it has information beyond all stuff about all the party quests MapleStory has to offer. Like, apparently Korean MapleStory and Taiwan MapleStory has a Henzi's party quest that's offered for everyone level 10 and up. And basically the prize is a gold coin, which acts as a safety charm.
Sweet.
And so, yeah, I know. Why don't we have this?
Safety charm for the win.
Yeah, we get it as cash shop item. Like, what's with that? But then, and then Japan MapleStory, JMS, had it for like, I don't know, I want to say a month or so. It was put in, and then the next patch they had, they took it right out. And that doesn't make any sense to me. Why?
Oh, I don't know. Perhaps they realized they were losing a revenue source? I don't know.
Well, it sucks, because I'd really like to have a safety charm at my beck and call.
I wouldn't mind even having simply another party quest.
A level 10 and up? I think you get like a total of 660 experience or something like that.
Sweet. See,
I'd
have to do it maybe, 6,000 times in order to level up on it?
Yes, let's go. Apparently it's really nice, though, for like the lower levels, like right as you hit 10, because apparently you can see, because the golden coin is offered, it gives you a safety charm. Basically, it makes all the higher levels want to do it so they can go exploring and stuff.
Sure.
And so, you're level 10, you just jump on with I don't know, I think you need, it's anywhere between 3 to 6, so you jump on with like 2 other people, both like level 50 and up or something, and you just, they own it for you and you gain 600 experience, so it's not bad at all. And It takes about 10 minutes to do too, so I'm jealous. I really am. This really sucks, so we should so have that.
I think so too. You know what? I think it would work if they made the golden coin non-tradable, because otherwise, there'd be stores in the free market carrying nothing but these golden coins.
Oh no, definitely. I think it is untradable. I'm not really sure, but it'd be cool either way.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so let's go ahead and dive into the rant, or more of a discussion, but we'll call it a rant.
I'm cool with it.
This week's rant.
You want to go ahead and start it up, Wars?
Okay. We're going to talk about the best thing and the worst thing that's happened to you since you've been playing MapleStory. So I guess I'll start with my best. And my best is joining the Windia chapter of the Hidden Street Guild. previous to this, to joining, I had been a very solitary player, and I hadn't gotten into any of the social aspects of the game at all. But once I got into the guild, it kind of turned it all around for me. And even though there are certain people in the guild who tell me that I grind too much, I actually
no names mentioned.
No names mentioned. I still I find myself enjoying the social aspects of the guild a lot, and wondering why I waited so long to do something like this. So that's the best part of the game for me.
We're a really loud guild, aren't we? we just don't shut up.
Sometimes.
Most of the time.
Okay, most of the time.
Well, my best time was, I'd have to say that thing I was talking to you guys about last episode when the guy was messaging people telling them that he loves them. But aside from that, there was this level 129 priest at Coolie Zombies back when I was level, I want to say 62, 63, something like that. And we had a party of 3, and we were basically covering the whole map. And we were scared that she was going to use some massive moves and pretty much own us, and it would really suck. But she was really nice, and she just hung out. She was bored, so we were just talking while training, and every 2 minutes she let us party her, and she'd give us holy symbol and then leave the party. So the 3 of us were gaining 150% experience, and it was very nice. And I think I leveled within 2 hours of that or something. So it went by really fast.
There are some cool people in this game.
And there's some really mean people, too.
Which brings us to
the worst.
The worst part of our MapleStory experience.
Yes, good segues. Go Wares. This is why we love you.
My worst experience in MapleStory was, I don't know, maybe a month and a half ago. I have one of my mules that I use exclusively just for selling stuff. And I had a nice bunch of equips on him, and so I was wandering around like you tend to do for, it seems like an eternity, trying to find an open spot in a good area. And I was coming onto the screen from the left, I believe, and I saw a bunch of people in an open spot. Most of them left off to the right. And there's this girl there, but she wasn't doing anything. I got closer, and she wasn't doing anything. And I got right up to her, and she wasn't doing anything. So, like you tend to do, I just clicked on my store and opened it up, and hey, look at that. She doesn't care, apparently. And so I opened my store, and situation normal. I thought, oh wow, got a nice spot here. This is sweet. I want to make some mesos here. All of a sudden, I got like 10 people around me screaming at me, calling me a scammer, telling me that I should go to heck for selling the spot to this girl and then not leaving. I said, what the heck are you people talking about?
So wait, you didn't sell the spot to her? But
no, of course not. No, selling and trading spots in FM is near the level of drop game and stupidity, in my opinion. So I never do that. And I tried to explain that to them, and I tried to explain to them that, hey, the spot was open. She wasn't doing anything. It's my spot.
Yeah, but no one ever listens.
No. So before I knew it, to make a long story short, they brought about, I don't know, 3-4 dozen people in, must have messaged out to all their guildies, and before I know it, I went from positive 12 fame to negative 12 fame. And man, did that suck. But at that point, I think there's maybe one of them who was staying calm and trying to explain to me that, hey, it's her spot, and blah, blah, blah. But everyone else was just swearing and cussing and calling me a blankety blanker and defaming me. And it's like, well, okay, I'm going to give up the spot at that point. I don't think so.
Right.
I'm already negative 9 fame at that point. It's like, no way, you people go away. So I ignored all of them, and I banned them all from my store, and they're all acting as a guild, and I'm taking screenshots of this, and and they're saying, oh, this one guy, oh, this is a kicker, I love this. My friend is a GM. You are so banned. Isn't it amazing how anytime you make somebody angry in this game, they know a GM?
Yeah.
Every single time.
Everybody.
Of course, so nothing ever happened of it. Obviously, he didn't have a friend who's a GM.
Oh man, some people are just, even if they are angry, they should at least like stop and explain something to you.
I figured
Cursing's not getting them anywhere.
Yeah, I figured out what happened later.
Oh, what did?
That I believe that girl actually did buy a spot from those people who walked off, and then she was sitting there, probably thinking to herself, trying to come up with the perfect store name. Well, that's a classic newbie mistake. You never do that.
Right.
You put a dot, you type in some nonsense and open the bloody store. Or else you're going to lose the spot. Oh. So, of course,
But she wasn't complaining at all, was she?
Well, she disappeared.
Oh.
So I think she probably went
Okay,
crying.
then.
She went crying to her guildies, Mean black man stole my spot, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Okay, whatever.
Oh, well. What can you do, I guess?
Yeah. There's nothing you can... The only sane way to respond to that kind of insanity is just to ignore it.
Or summon your own guildies.
Well, see...
Our guild does not unite.
Well, actually, some of my guildies did offer to do just that. And I'm like, no, we don't need to start a feud. And we're Hidden Street. We're above that.
It would be interesting, though, to have like a rival guild.
I wonder if their actions might have been different if they knew who they were actually dealing with. Because, my mule doesn't have any guild affiliation, so they didn't have any clue.
Right. We just jump in and start. We'll tell them we ban them from the site or something.
You say you know some GMs, huh? Well, yeah.
We know staff. We know the creators.
Woohoo!
We'll go with that. My worst time, I'm going to have to say, was back when I first started playing in beta. I had like a level 12 or something. I think I was making a warrior because it was my first time playing, and I completely didn't understand anything about classes or jobs or anything like that. And I was like, warriors, walk up to stuff, beat stuff. Okay, and easy to understand. Let's go. When I got to Hensies, there was these higher level. There was one mage and one warrior who were, quote unquote, training noobs. And so I was like, okay. And so they were like following us, and so we followed them over to, on the way next to Hensies, on the way toward the dungeon. If you walk a bit, and there's this giant hole with a golem, whatever those rock thingies in it.
Yep, I'm very familiar with the spot.
So I was led straight into that, and I died like instantly because I fell on top of one.
Uh-oh.
And then I had no clue what it was, first time seeing it. So I actually went back because I thought I could take it, and I didn't actually know what happened. Because there was also a iron hog running around down there. So I was like, okay, maybe the hog killed me, and I could, kill this golem. No, it killed me again. And everyone just like laughed at me, and it was pretty bad. And it just bothers me, people who lure others out and just take advantage of lower levels like that. Like, what's the point?
I don't know, but some people get a kick out of it. I don't see the appeal.
I don't see how that helps you in a social game. Like, social skills, seriously.
Well, exactly. You're dealing with their future criminals there or something. I don't know sure what's going on with those people.
Right.
These are the same people who spend 15 million mesos or whatever you have to do to buy like a mushmom sack or a black sack or something. Well, you spend a lot more on that on a black sack, but then go and then let it loose on 10,000 noobs and think that's funny. I can think of better uses for that many mesos.
Back when I was a noob, I guess, when I was a really low level, you know how in Hensies Hunting Grounds, you have those people who walk up and like, do this giant attack like a Dragon Knight or something that roars and kills like every slime on the screen. So I've kind of like, being a cleric, I don't have that, you don't get an area attack until you become priest. Right. And so I kind of like always wanted to do that and just like walk in and kill everything and like leave. but I never like got around to it because I thought it'd be really mean. And then I want to say about 2 weeks ago or something, I ran into MC's Underground, and I was like, okay, I can do this. And so I just walk up and I use a Shining Ray, and it ends up killing this like. No one was around except this one like level 10 that was hitting like a red snail, and it ends up killing it. And I thought I'd get a kick out of it just because I'd kill everything, but I felt so incredibly bad. I was like apologizing, and I like gave him money, and I think I just put myself down. It was pretty stupid.
Yeah, I can imagine what that felt like. Sometimes with those area attacks though, you end up like chaosing people even you don't even mean to do it.
But and then everyone defames you, and you're like, I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
I've never gotten defamed for it. I mean, but I always try to stop and say, "Whoops, sorry about that. Didn't mean to."
I said sorry, and then I was in the subway, like I was back in. I'm always in the subway, but training on Rant, and you know how like when you're on one side screen and other people are on the other side, you can't see each other on the map.
Yep.
Because you're too far apart.
Yep.
So I had a mob coming, and this other guy had a mob coming, and our mobs kind of coincided, and I stopped attacking, and he defamed me. So I was like, okay, but whatever.
You were the bigger person.
I don't know what happened.
You didn't defame him back, did you? You didn't defame him back, did you?
No. I don't believe in defaming.
All right.
I've
never
like a religion.
I've never defamed anybody who wasn't hacking. I don't think.
Oh, I don't bother defaming hackers. I just report them incessantly.
Oh, I do. I at one point did everything I possibly could against them, but now you never see them anymore. Thank you,
Good.
thank you, Nexon, for finally getting your crap together.
Because they're so listening to our podcast. I emailed Nexon, and I was like, can I be affiliated with you? And they didn't email me back, so we'll see what happens. They probably hate me now. They're like, some stalker is trying to do something with our franchise. I'm like, no, not doing anything. But they won't believe me.
No.
I'll probably get banned for trying to make this podcast. That'd be interesting.
I don't think so.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and get into emails.
Emails. Yay.
All right.
Aqua Road Radio. Emails.
A quick side note before jumping into it. Do you have a favorite MapleStory music area? Where's? I can't piece words.
I was always partial to the music around Parian and out in like Deep Valley, Dangerous Valley, like that. Kind of sparse music. I like different pieces of music in different parts of the game.
I think I'd have to say my favorite is Lit Harbors.
Okay.
Yeah. I just thought I'd mention it because the email stinger was a Lit Harbor tune, and I was like, oh yeah, let's see what Where's Loves.
Well, to be perfectly honest, I usually have it off and I'm listening to something else entirely.
Oh well, of course I do the same, but I'd like to do the same. I have I have like 2 songs or something on my Windows partition because I'm using a Mac, and so all my music's on my Mac. So when I reboot it with Boot Camp and go into Windows XP, I have like 2 songs or something on a USB, and I'll listen to them for a while, but no, usually just gets boring. Usually I pull out the iPod. That tends to work sometimes.
Okay.
All right, so for you guys, we are so off track so much this podcast episode. They're all sitting there on their iPods, like fast forwarding through all this.
Come on, you guys, hurry it up.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, so let's go ahead and listen to the first and only voicemail that I received this week.
Hey, this is Brent, and I'm Gangside Boy in the Windia Circle, and I'm also in the Hen Street Guild. So, hey, shout out on this show, the podcast. I like it. It's a great show. I give 2 thumbs up. Unfortunately, I can't give it 5 stars because I don't have any Apple equipment. like I can't use iTunes. I only have Microsoft equipment in my installed onto my computer. So sorry about that. Just saying, just gonna start off with my rant, then go on with my things I like to do in my free time. So my rant, I hate it when people when you say, "Oh, sorry, now for sale," because when they're asking to buy something, and they have such a big ego that they will always end it on their side, or I don't know. They'll always be like, "Oh, you suck anyways," or they'll defame you. Which I find very immature. I'm cutting the rant short because, making it basic. And also, I also hate it. What I like to do in my free time, I'm not training. Just, talk to people on the Woody or the newly made Zapanga. Because they're very social people, it's very, just get to talk to them, make interesting conversations. And also, I've never heard of that new map, that exclusive for Maple Global. I'll look it up. Sounds pretty interesting. And, something to look up. So, I have about 20 seconds left. I have nothing to say, so I'm going to end it now. Alright, see you.
Well, thanks for the voicemail, Barento. Is it pronounced Barento? Correct me on that if it's not. But, I actually didn't get a chance to listen to this before today, actually, because I was in Ohio for the last about 4 days or so. But whereas you can't hear this, can you? The MP3s?
I didn't hear any of it. No, sorry.
All right, we'll have to fix this, especially because of the voicemail. But that's something to get into next time, and we'll see about that. See if we can do anything about it. But as for what you said, it just seems that people who do buy things, or people who are selling things, when they know it's valuable and high leveled and everything, they do get big egos because they feel that they went out and it dropped and it was a really rare item, and it is kind of sad that people just are really rude. A lot of people are rude just in general in this game, and why? I guess that's the overall question of all time. The whole point of playing a multiplayer online RPG is to, play with other people, to, converse and mingle with other people. So, being rude to them is just over my head. I just don't understand it. But yeah, talking to people in towns and just hanging out with everybody seems to be a generic seems to be what everyone's been saying that they love to do, just because I guess it is a social game, so people should be hanging out and chilling and talking to everybody. But yeah, so all in all, thanks for the email or voicemail, and I hope to hear from you guys again. You want to go ahead and take the next email?
Sure.
Awesome.
Here's an email from Robert, who apparently emailed us before. It says, "Hey, it's Robert again. I play in the Windia server, and my IGN is error number 311. I was looking at the GM blog spamming all the posts to see if I could win Maple points when I saw a post about pets. Well, if you scroll down, you can see some people commenting on pets. Then someone says, 'Hey, wouldn't it be great to have pandas?' And others suggest a robot and a flying pig. Well, look how many of these ideas the GM's actually made into pets. I just got to the 10th page so far, and I saw the following: panda, gold pig, robot, crimson balrog, junior balrog, white tiger, chicken, which apparently turned into the turkey, reindeer, monkey, penguin, and dragon, which apparently became dinosaur for us. I love your podcast. See ya."
So yeah, that's pretty sweet right there. Yeah. Knowing that they're actually listening to people's suggestions for pets.
You should put a link to that on the blog.
Oh no, definitely. That's the first link that's gonna be on there.
Cool.
Well, no, make that second. But no, it's just really interesting because I also want to know what Maple C has going on, because I want to know if they're doing the same thing, because I know they have an elephant. that I would love to see, because every time I see an elephant, it's really adorable. It's really cute. And I'm like, I want one. But we don't have elephants, so...
I've never seen a picture of it. That'd be cool.
It's adorable, and it has like a little like thing over its head, like a saddle, like an elephant thing. I don't know what they're called. I don't know anything about elephants, but it just looks sweet. But yeah. So if you guys go on, a couple other things that have been suggested have been a like will-o-wisp kind of thing, some like white wispy looking thing that just floats around you. That was the one that stood out most to me, and I think Robert mentioned about it being really cool in his email. But yeah, so I just think it's really awesome that they're incorporating this, like actually taking our opinions and using them. Yeah. And I guess it's better for their revenue too, because if they put out stuff that we want, then we'll spend money for it, I guess.
That's how it works.
It makes sense.
Flying pig. No, that's a cool idea.
What?
Flying pig. I like that.
Yeah, I don't know why someone thought of pig. Like, why a flying pig? Oh, never mind, ignore me. When pigs fly, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, I seriously blanked on that for a second.
It happened always.
Right. Next email we got is from... Are we done talking about this one?
Yep, I think so.
Okay, next email we got is from 0Omega02. And he says, hey, it's 0Omega02 of the Boro server. I have to say your podcast pwns, and I'll keep emailing my comments till it stops being so good. I also have to say that I love the new opening. It sounds cool. So, Omega was the only one who actually commented on this opening. Did you like it worse?
You're talking about where you added in like some sound effects, rain and such?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like it.
I was fiddling around with the GarageBand, which Max come with, and I think I explained it last podcast, and you guys are going to listen to it again, and yeah, all that stuff. But I poked around, and I was fiddling, and I was like, hey, rain. And I think I think it was Vex Panda, Jared, I think his name is, was talking about clouds and how he loves rain, and yeah, so I was talking about thunderstorms and how I love thunderstorms, so now we have a thunderstorm.
Sweet.
Omega is actually the only one who commented on it, so if you guys all hate it, let me know so we could stop playing it. But if not, it's here to stay. But it would be cool if other people sent in music. Because Wares and I have been trying to fiddle with music programs for the past hour or something, and
we are such noobs at it.
We are so bad. So if anyone has actual music skill, it would be really cool to get some input on that. And I did get an email about a song that's one of the listeners made, and we'll get into that later. But it will be up on the blog, so you guys should check that out too.
I haven't checked that out yet. I have to do that. Sounds interesting.
It'll be up on the blog once this episode's done recording and put up and all that stuff. But
cool.
I have to come up with a blog thing too, because I haven't written anything up for that either yet.
I was gonna mention something.
Sure, go for it.
No, that's what I was gonna mention. Why haven't you updated your blog lately?
My blog?
Yes.
Like the MapleStory memoirs?
Yes.
Oh, well, it kind of died.
Oh, okay.
Well, after I start, okay, for you listeners who don't know, I actually have my own blog, and I updated it and maintained it, and it was kind of a everyday life in MapleStory kind of blog. But I've actually played MapleStory less and less since I've started this podcast because of my summer internship and working on getting everything ready for each episode. You guys will be amazed. 2 weeks goes by in a snap. So it's as soon as I'm done with the first one, 3 days later I start getting emails, and then it's a never-ending process. There's always things to update, and then you always get some people who email on the last day and got to put them into. So the podcasting takes up a lot of time. The summer internship takes up a lot of time. I actually started working out to kind of counteract the whole gamer physique stereotype. But yeah, so I figured if I actually started posting on this blog of mine, then I wouldn't actually have time to play MapleStory at all, which would kind of be bad.
Okay, I accept that. I accept that explanation.
I really want to keep it going. Hopefully I can get back into it. But as for now, it's currently somewhat dead. But we'll see if we can start that up relatively soon. Now I can have like Adventures of Priesthood or whatever.
Nice.
And we'll see what happens. Do you want to go ahead and do the last email? Or emails, I guess. It's a generic grouping of emails.
Yeah, we got some responses to the question that was asked in the 4th episode. What do you guys like to do when you're not training? And Josh from Scania, whose in-game name is Ninja J, he said, in response to your question, my favorite thing to do while taking a break from leveling and that sort of stuff is to get with my friends and walk around. I also enjoy helping people out. Well, thanks, Josh. Hey, that's pretty cool. That's the sort of thing I enjoy doing too.
Helping people out is like definitely the way to go. I love it when people come up and they're like just started playing and they actually ask for advice. And you're like, oh look, I'm influencing someone's life, and it's pretty sweet.
Okay, the second response is from Kevin. He also plays on the Windia server, and his in-game name is Cloud Silver. After I level, I like to go to the FM and sell the things I got from fighting. I also go to Amoria and talk to random people and party. This is because it is closest town to the monsters I fight. Well, that makes sense.
So it seems that like everyone's been saying that they like to help out people and just hang out when they're not leveling. Yeah, so I guess it's overall feel of people, at least people who listen to this podcast. No, well, no one said that they enjoy like terrorizing people or anything, so I guess that's a good sign.
Well, at least those people aren't listening to the podcast anyway.
I wonder what I'd do if I got an email like that. During my free time, I like scamming people and hacking and making people's lives miserable.
Where have all the good hacks gone?
I know. Okay, well, thank you guys for sending in emails and voicemails. But for those of you who have sent in voicemails, because I know I did get more than one. I think I got 2 more on the voicemail box itself. But the phone number is kind of kaput right now. It's been giving me a lot of problems ever since they switched over from the old number to the new number, which I talked about last episode. My password kind of stopped working, so I couldn't really log into the system anymore, and therefore couldn't listen to your guys' voicemails, and we couldn't put it into this podcast episode. So basically, all the voicemails that you guys sent for this episode were lost, and there's really not much we can do about it. I have talked to the company's customer service. I've actually talked to the guy who was in charge of switching over the accounts and everything to this new number. I've talked to him twice, and he asked me to email him the first time. And so I talked to him, emailed him, didn't get a response, called him and talked to him again, and he still hasn't done anything. So I decided to scrap it and create a new account, and so I got that all set up, and hopefully it will be up on the blog before you guys even hear this. So the new number is up on the blog. Check it out. Don't call the old number, because even if you leave a message, I think you'll still have my voice and everything on it, but if you do leave a message, I won't be able to access it, and we won't be able to play it on this podcast episodes, which really sucks, because it was a really nice way for people to communicate, and they just had to go mess it up.
Yeah, that's too bad.
So again, I apologize to you guys for losing the emails, but like I said, it's up on the blog, so check it out. Also, we got an email a couple days before the 4th episode came out about putting a quest section into Aqua Road Radio.
Like another feature.
And What?
Like another feature. Yeah, cool.
Yes. It would be nice if we could actually figure out how we wanted to do it. So I was thinking that we could either go over, like, pick a random quest and, talk about it, what you need for it, what you do, and so on and so forth. And then, talk about if it's worth doing and if it's worth spending the money for or whatnot. Or we could get emails from you guys requesting us to talk about a quest, and then we could like pick one from those emails instead of picking, one from every quest in MapleStory, I guess, and talk about that instead. So, let us know which ones you guys prefer, which one of the two options. If you guys think there's another option involved, feel free to let me know. Basically we're really flexible, and it's pretty much what you guys want to hear is what we're going to put up on this. And to contact us.
That is an awesome idea.
The quest thing?
Oh, yes. I like it.
Well, it was a really good idea. I actually wanted to put it into the 4th episode, but again, I got the email like the day before the 4th episode came out, so I didn't have a chance to think it through.
Okay.
But it is a really good idea, and thanks to whoever had sent it in. But yeah, speaking of contacting us, there's many ways for you guys to do so. Of course, there's email at aquaroadradio@gmail.com, which is now up on the blog. And it seems to me that no one is actually visiting the blog, because I'm getting emails. I know. I'm getting emails asking questions about how to spell my in-game name, or what server I play on, or I got an email from a guy who frequently listens to this podcast about the song "Nothing Lasts Forever," and I was like, look on the blog, but he already found it before I responded. So everyone check out the blog, and it's got cool stuff on it. If it doesn't, let me know what you want to see on it, and we'll put cool stuff on it. Just last week, I got an email from Jared. I mentioned this earlier, who plays the Vex Panda in Scania, and he sent me a song that he made.
So cool.
Yeah, it sounds really awesome. Everyone should check it out. It's very, I want to say, actually no, because I'm really bad with music genres, and so I'll probably mess it all up, and Jared will hate me. So just check it out. It is really, really well put together. It has it's put together better than I could, and I know that's not saying much because I have no skill in music, but it's awesome. Just go check it out, guys. But the blog, again, is at, or not again, first time I guess, but it's at http://aquaroadradio.blogspot.com. If you guys ever do forget it, if you go to iTunes and search, if you are one of the ones who visits this podcast through iTunes, you'll see that there's a link that says visit a website in the top right corner of the Aqua Road Radio page, I guess you'd call it. And if you click on that, it'll take you straight to the blog. On dig.com, if you click on the name of the podcast, Aqua Road Radio, it'll take you straight to the blog. So, so if you guys ever forget the URL, you can access it those ways. But again, it's http://aquaroadradio.blogspot.com. So go visit it, go check stuff out, and hopefully we'll get more listeners, and we'll have people, digging us again and leaving more reviews. And
cool.
That reminds me. I have a screenshot of if you go to if you are one of the iTunes users, people who use iTunes to listen to this podcast. If you go into iTunes and click on podcasts, or go to the iTunes store and click on podcasts on the left-hand side, and then scroll down a bit, and again on the left-hand side you click on, I want to say it's games and entertainment or something like that. Aqua Road Radio shows up in the little banner-like thing on the front page.
Nice.
And it's under new and notable, and it's because we got great reviews, and we have 10 of them. And so, so far. And if you guys are listening, and you haven't, commented or rated the podcast on either iTunes or have not gone to dig.com and dug it up, I would greatly appreciate it if you guys could.
Give us a dig.
Give us the dig?
Yeah, dig us. I dug you.
Right.
I dug you before I joined.
Exactly. Everyone be like, "Where's?" Do that. And again, digging is easy. You don't have to do anything. Just go to the blog, and it's all there. On the right-hand side, there's a sidebar. It's awesome. Yeah, so is that about it?
I think so.
Awesome. So I guess that does it for this episode. And yeah, we'll see you next time, guys.
See ya.
Yes. Just we'll see. I'm not sure if it's awesome or not, but it's good.